Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl JoJo, and I am here with another Zodiac chat. I hope you guys are doing good today. As you can see, I am still at my technical school, which you can see in the background, but I'm still in my whole little quarantine situation. So you might see this shirt a couple of times because I'm going to try to pump some videos out before I head back to my real room with my roommate. That being said, I still do not know how the video schedule is going to go. I was originally intending to do Ready to Love, but I have to be respectful of my new living situation, and I also have to make sure that I pass my test at the end of this whole thing. So I need to make sure that I'm studying. So it all depends on how the schedule works. Hopefully, I will be able to get it in, but you guys will see if you see a video. All right, until then, let's get to the Zodiac chat. Disclaimer alert, I am not a psychic. I am not a tarot card reader. I'm not an astrologist. I am just a person who happens to enjoy Zodiac stuff. I find it fun, I find it funny, and this is for entertainment purposes only. Always have to say that one. Okay, so y'all know I'm a Virgo, okay? Y'all already, it's Virgo gang, all right? I'm late doing the video because it's Libra season now. But hey, charge it to my mind, not my heart. My birthday was actually on the 22nd, which is the very last day for Virgo, which is probably why I don't have. There's some things that I have that remind me of Libra, which I'll talk about whenever I do that video. That could be why I just kind of maybe played into just like just a little bit of that, but not much. Because I'm definitely a Virgo through and through, which is why I'm going to be able to describe certain characteristics to y'all on today. So, I decided to give Virgo a little nickname, like I've given everybody a nickname. I would go through them all, but some of them I forgot. I go through the list, y'all. I don't think my brain can do it today, so I'm not even gonna try. But the name that I decided to give my Virgos is Imperfectly Perfect. And if you are a Virgo, you know that that name is 100% accurate. We try really, really hard to meet this standard that nobody created for us. We created it for ourselves. And when we fall short, we tend to beat ourselves up about it. But it's okay because nobody can be perfect, Virgo. But we're going to talk about it. Okay, so I will tell you, as a Virgo, we get a lot of hate, okay? Virgos get a lot of hate. Cancer, Gemini, Scorpio. It seems that, and then we do hate amongst each other, even though we the ones that are getting all the hate. But I will say that one of the things that I've learned about being a Virgo and knowing other Virgos is nobody really can see the intentions behind why you're doing all of that stuff that you're doing. It very much reminds me of a Cancer. A Cancer can be doing a lot, but nobody really sees the genuine nature of why they're doing all of that. You just kind of see the outcome and you don't like it. That's kind of what happens with us too. I will say that the older that you get and the more that you just evolve into a better person, the easier some of those traits are to navigate. You recognize them in yourself, you're able to admit it, and you just kind of, I don't know, you kind of fine tune them and then you move forward. And that's with any zodiac sign. If you do the work and you become better, you become the most positive attributes of your sign. If you don't do the work and you don't try to become any better, you just get worse, you become the most negative attributes of your sign. And it's some Virgos out there who ain't done the work. It is what it is. Okay? And since it's already a difficult sign, when you don't do the work on your personality, ooh, child, it could really be a horrible person. I'm not even going to sit here and lie to you. But oh baby, there is no slander now. I'm just telling the truth. And I know Virgos, y'all understand, because we not even them type of people. If you telling the truth, you telling the truth. Like, it just kind of is what it is. Although sensitive in nature, you can always admit when the truth is being told. And that's why we be here. Okay, we see each other. So let's get into some of the things that I love about a Virgo. The very first thing is that Virgo people are hardworking. Virgos are the family member that you can call to get the job done. Now they gonna be mumbling under their breath. They probably gonna talk a little bit of junk, but they're gonna make sure to get stuff done. They're gonna make sure that everything that's needed is there. We're very duty oriented. Like, we like to have a job to do almost. We like to for you to give us an assignment because we're gonna complete it to the best of our ability. We're often accused of being all work, no play. That's something that we do have to work on. If you are with a Virgo, or if you have a family member who's a Virgo, you probably find yourself talking to them a lot about their work schedule, how they need to make time for certain things, how they need to make time for family or time for romance, because we can get caught up. And it has a lot to do with the fact that we just want to do a good job. We immerse ourselves in whatever task that we're doing. It's very hard to pull us away from it. We're just dedicated workers in that way. So don't be afraid to sit your Virgo down. Tell them you miss them and you would like for them to be around a little bit more, a little less work, a little bit more play. And take your Virgo on vacation, because I promise you they need it. And tell them don't work while they on vacation, because it's a vacation. But I'm going to tell you what Virgos do on vacation. They're going to want to see everything. They're going to be wanting to do stuff. Because that's how I am on back. We just a handful, child. But yeah, let a Virgo, sometimes come up off that hard work. But that's one thing that I love about it. So reliable, so hardworking. The next thing that I love about a Virgo is we are analytical. Sometimes this can be a negative trait, which we'll talk about it later, but to me it's a very positive trait. Virgos analyze details and we just remember certain things. Now, Virgos who are analytical, it doesn't mean that they're analytical in all things. They may be analytical with computers, or they may be analytical with whatever they do in their career, their job. They may be analytical with things, like they can remember where to put stuff really well, and they just have like a photographic memory. Some Virgos are like that. I am an absent-minded Virgo when it comes to physical stuff. Like, honey, I'll lose this phone every other day. But when it comes to details about people, I analyze that, and I'm very, very good at those type of things. I would call myself the best gift giver in my family. And if you are with a Virgo, they probably give really good gifts as well, because we analyze the details even of people. We remember when you say you like a certain kind of candle, or when your favorite drink at Starbucks is this with an extra dash of this, or if you tell us you want to go to a certain show, or you like a certain musician or a certain artist, it's kind of embedded into our brains. If you are a Virgo that's detailed with people like I am. So I give really great gifts. My Virgo friend gives me excellent gifts. She always knows exactly what to get me. And details matter to us. Like, if you remember little stuff about us, oh my gosh, like that's just, you've done the greatest thing ever. If we tell you we like something and you present it to us, even if it's something that's $10, the fact that you were paying attention, the fact that you saw the details, it's a really big deal to us, because in our mind, we're the only people that pay attention to the details. So it's great to know that somebody else is paying attention to the details as well. It also plays into the hard working factor. It makes us really good workers because we're able to pay attention to everything, get everything fine-tuned all the way down. Great organizers in that way. I don't know if I've ever told y'all this, but my line goes on a trip every year, as you know, and out of the 12 times we've gotten together for our anniversary, I believe I've planned or been on the committee of, but primarily planned 7 of those, I think. Maybe 8, but I think it's somewhere around 7. So yeah, we just kind of like to do those things. You know what I'm saying? All right. Which moves me on to helpful. I love that Virgos are helpful people. Virgos like to be needed. Now, don't let them fool you, because they'll act like they don't want you bothering them. Why can't people just leave me alone? Or I don't really feel like doing it. They're lying. They're lying. They want to be needed. They like to be helpful. They like to feel like people are depending on them. We're fixers in that way, which can lead us down a wrong path, but we just like to fix stuff up. We just like to be helpful. I am like that when I go to a cookout, a baby shower. It don't matter where I'm at. I would like to feel needed. It's very hard for me to just sit down and do absolutely nothing unless I have to. Like, if somebody wedding, I'm not going to be up trying to run the show. But if it's cleanup time, you could probably catch me picking up glasses or washing dishes or whatever. I know that A friend of mine, I went to her house for New Year's, and right after, we was all done having our New Year's drinks and carrying on, everybody was tipsy. I was over there washing dishes. And she said that after I left, her husband said, I really like her. She's a clean drunk. Anyway, but we just like to be helpful. We don't like for anybody to say that we didn't do our part. So we like to help. We like to feel needed. I am like that with my family too. I like to help out as much as I can. My grandma is always saying, when you come here, please sit down. Don't come in here mopping and sweeping and making beds. And I just can't help myself. When something needs to be done, a Virgo can only look at it for so long before they just go ahead and they just gonna do it. They just gonna do it. A lot of Virgos you'll probably find in the public sector. You might find them as social workers. You might find them working at a nonprofit. You might find them doing humanitarian like things because again, it's that helpful nature, therapy, life coach. Oh, honey, Virgos love a life coach because we love to read somebody, love to tell somebody what to do. Okay, Iyanla, very much a Virgo. You feel free to look it up. All right. But we're almost uncomfortable when we can't be of assistance in some kind of way. So it might seem like you're getting on our nerves, but we probably really want to do something. The next thing I love about Virgos is that we are very, very modest. And when I say modest, I don't mean like covered up. Although the older I get, I do cover up more. I used to be more of a show it type of person, but now I'm not. So that's interesting. But when I say modest, I mean like we can do stuff as much as we like to be helpful, as much as we like to be needed. We don't expect the spotlight for it. We don't expect anybody to make a big deal. We appreciate your thank yous. We appreciate your praises, but don't embarrass a Virgo with it because it could be too much. We just like to do what we do. We don't do it for any specific accolades or anything like that. While we appreciate it, we don't do it for that reason. We do it because we want to. And we're very modest and humble in that way. And I think that's a very, very important trait to have when you want to help people. Because if you help people, it shouldn't be, to me, and this might be because I'm a Virgo, but it shouldn't be for pats on the back. It should be because you desire to do it. And that's kind of the way that we move. Now, we don't forget that we did it for you now. don't double cross us. We don't forget that we did it, but we did it because we wanted to. And I have a lot of friends who I love dearly, but they're more spotlight type of people. They like for the attention to be on them. They like to be the subject of conversation. They like to be the person running the conversation. And while it might get on other people's nerves, and maybe that's why I'm so good with Leos, being around Leos, because I don't need the spotlight. I don't need the attention. If somebody else wants it, they can have it because it makes me actually embarrassed to have a whole bunch of attention. I don't even want a big wedding because I don't want a bunch of people looking at me. I would get hot. I would probably start crying. I don't like that kind of spotlight. And I used to want to be a celebrity. Like when I was little, I wanted to be like Whitney. I wanted to be like Whitney Houston. That was my idol. I wanted to sing. But now, hindsight being 2020, definitely wouldn't have been able to handle the fame. Even with my channel, I kind of like that it's small, even though in my mind I imagine it getting really bigger, really bigger, really big. I don't know if I want it to because I kind of just like, doing stuff for y'all, and we got a little family, and I can comment and answer y'all's questions, and it's not like, I know that the bigger the channel gets, the more people will be looking at me, and I don't know if I'm ready for those kind of eyes, although I'm on the World Wide Web. If you get what I'm saying, I just like our little family. I like catering to y'all's needs. I don't know. You see how I just got stressed that fast? That's a Virgo for you. Speaking of stress, let's move right into it. Let's talk about the things that are not so great. Virgos, the stress, the worry, the anxiety. Virgos are I would say, the most stressed sign of the zodiac. And not because anybody put them through stress. They usually put it on themselves. I am a witness. I'm not even fully recovered. You're always in recovery, right? Just like an alcoholic. You're always in a state of recovery. I'm in a state of recovery from stress and worry. Virgos get worked up about a whole lot of things. We get worried about a whole bunch of stuff. And then when we do, it's like this all this nervous energy. And it's usually stuff that's outside of our control that we can't do anything about. But we continue to stress ourselves out about it anyway. It doesn't matter what anybody says. We're just going to be stressed. And so we get to cleaning, we get to helping, we get to analyzing. All of the good traits I just told you earlier, we do all of that, but in reverse. Okay, we clean it at the weirdest times. We helping people that don't want to be helped. We analyzing stuff that we said 2 weeks ago, wondering if so and so is mad at us because she didn't answer our text message. Meanwhile, she on vacation. She not even worried about your messages. That's why she's not answering. We are over analyzing every single thing, and it's all because of the stress, the worry. We worry so much about how people think of us, what we're gonna do, what we're gonna experience, and we really don't have to do that, Virgos. Now, I'm your sister, okay? I want us to live. I want us to live a long life. And it ain't gonna work if we're gonna be stressed out all the time. I bet y'all got stomach problems and a headache right now. All right, so we're gonna have to get that together, Virgos. We gotta stop. Okay, we gotta stop. Virgo to Virgo. We gotta cut it out. Now, the next thing is the critical nature. This is what people hate about us the most. They call us harsh, critical, judgmental. All those things can be true. All those things can be true. Okay, it applies. It applies. However, all right, let's talk a little bit about it. This is a tough one because I feel like it's more common in Virgos who have not done the work on themselves. Like if they're a very insecure Virgo, if they don't have a lot of self-love, if they're not very open-minded, if they just haven't experienced life or tried to do anything with themselves, those are probably some of the most critical Virgos that you would ever meet in your life. And they may not even have any intention to ever change, and they can sometimes be the harshest ones. The reason why Virgos are critical the way that they are is because the way that we address others just very bluntly with whatever comes in our head, it's the same way we talk to ourselves. Okay, it's very much whoever said I'm my own worst critic had to be a Virgo, because that's how we talk to ourselves. We shouldn't talk to ourselves that way, but we do. And I'm a living witness. We say the craziest things in our own mind. We are so critical over every single detail. We believe things have to be perfect. There is no perfection. No, that's why you got this nickname. Nobody can be perfect, and we will stress ourselves out to death trying to be perfect. We will curse ourselves out to death trying to be perfect. And then we don't understand why everybody else ain't trying to be perfect too, because other people don't see life like we see it, and we shouldn't even be seeing life in the perfect way. We should know that life just doesn't work out that way, and just kind of ease back and relax. And that's something that Virgo has to learn throughout their lives. Whenever I think about the criticalness and how if you just get out your own way, you would be able to be a lot more peaceful, I always think about Wale. Wale is the perfect example of a Virgo who probably is very critical of himself. And so because he's so critical of himself, he, instead of enjoying the fruits of his career, he's worried so much about what other people think about him and what other people believe about him. And other people generally like his music, but he's very critical of himself in that way. Because he's probably done a lot of work on himself, it's hard when you're a sign who is nitpicking and trying to fix stuff about yourself, and you still feel like people don't accept you. It's a crushing blow. But Virgos, it doesn't matter what other people think about you. It's all about what you think about yourself, and do the work to know that you are a good person, and you don't have to be so hard on yourself all the time. I was tired just saying that. I was talking to myself too. And also, we don't sugarcoat. We could work on that a little bit, because that mouth, honey. We give Aries a run for their money. And my last thing is, we're not excitable people. And this really just for y'all. This is y'all's just information that y'all need. I don't consider this to be a negative trait, but sometimes y'all do. Y'all be hotter than fish grease when y'all tell somebody y'all having a baby or y'all got something, and we just be like, okay, congratulations. Y'all think we being fake. We ain't fake. That's just how we are. We're just not excitable people in that way. Doesn't mean we're not happy for you. Doesn't mean we're not excited. You can't expect everybody to react the way that you react about stuff, because we're all different people. And if we wasn't happy for you, then we wouldn't have bought you a gift before you even gave us the news, because we already knew you was going to get the job. We already knew you was about to have a baby. We already knew. We're very intuitive. We already knew these things anyway. And if we weren't happy for you, trust me, you would really be able to tell. We are happy. We're just not easily excited people. You know, we be chilling. We be chilling when it comes to that. But only time we get excited is when we stressed out. And I know you don't want that. So that was really it, you guys. This was a little bit longer, but of course it was because it's my own sign. So I was talking a lot. Y'all can like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all for the next one. Okay? Bye.